Price of a cigarette puff. Have you ever contemplated having a puff of a cigarette? Answer the question honestly. Does the pleasure, because it is forbidden, tempt you? Is it peer pressure that you cannot say no to when tempted with friends who malevolently suggest just one kash yaar and then insult over injury add agar mard ho to? I say it is malevolent because malevolent means evilly disposed. It is done by someone who wishes to harm you in the long run with getting addicted to a life-threatening destruction of your lungs, your throat, your voice, your stamina, your vitality, your vigor and health in general. If you have a good body, are athletic, or a sports person, or a person of great caliber, then this is poison, and it is much worse than the kind that Snow White in the fairy tale was given by the wicked queen in the guise of an apple seller. When one reads the story, one wonders how foolish can one be to be taken in by a complete stranger. Stranger still it is to be taken in by someone we trust, our so-called friends. So when someone next tempts you with the offer, be on guard and be warned that that is not a friend but an enemy. I had a colleague in the teaching fraternity, a young man, very upright, very talented and a great teacher. I used to counsel students, and faculty would also come to discuss their certain personal issues. On one such occasion, this young colleague of mine said, "Ma'am, I would like to relate an incident of my college days to you. I was only too happy to add to my storehouse of knowledge." He said, "My father, mother and I were very close. Me being an only child, my father and I used to sleep in the same bed and share stories when I was small. And at the time of this incident, he was a collector and I was in college, but we still shared experiences and talked a lot. One day when my colleague was in the first year of college with his friends, they were all smoking and one of them offered him one. Initially he refused, but after the usual banter and fun and teasing as mentioned above, he took one reluctantly. He choked, coughed, and eyes watered, and it was rather unpleasant. But his friends laughed and reassured him, saying, "Now you are a man. It will get better with time." The truth is, it gets worse with time. Not the ability to puff and drag it through the lungs, but the tar and the nicotine it deposits in the lungs and starts debilitating the whole body. It is the acceptance into that group that made him feel manly, mainly because he was too young to understand the games people play and to doubt the truth about so-called friends. Now my colleague said that when he went home, everything seemed pretty normal, and true to routine, he had his dinner and retired to his room where his father was reading. He was dying to tell his father the great news about the first cigarette and his newfound manliness. So after the usual pleasantries, he said, "Papa, I want to tell you something great that happened today." Because, he said, they had no secrets between them. His father, in a rather matter-of-fact manner, said, "You mean having your first cigarette?" My colleague almost fell off the bed hearing this. "How did you know?" he blustered. "Some subordinates of mine saw you and phoned me as soon as you had done so, at about 12:30 a.m. Your mother also knows. Poor woman. She who kept you 9 months in her womb, feeding you with nothing but the best, and from the time of your birth till now, she has been giving you fresh, healthy, wholesome food and drink to see this moment, that when you are old enough, you put poisonous things into your system. She has been crying since the time she got the news." This staggering revelation from his father had thrown my colleague off balance. Father then said, "Go on, tell me, how was it?" My colleague, feeling confused and guilty, continued, "Papa, it was great and made me feel good." His father then said, "I'll tell you something, son. It will make you feel even better when you smoke with your own hard-earned money." My colleague said, "Ma'am, those words of his still ring in my ears today. He is no more, but with those words which he gently spoke, my eyes were opened. From that day to this, I have never put a cigarette to my lips again." So you see, it is not your life alone that you jeopardize with the choice of smoking cigarettes, taking drugs or drinks, or for that matter, The lives of those who are most affected are your children. Passive smoking is even worse than active smoking. The fumes are more detrimental exhaled than it is inhaled by your loved ones around you. Yes, even your small baby. It is easy to take the first puff or the first drag of a drug or your first drink. It is kicking and leaving the habit once it has its hold on you that becomes impossible. Damaged lungs, liver, and overall health issues is the only punishment that results. So, which will you choose? Healthy, smoke, drug, drink-free living, or disease, decay, and death? Thank you. If you like it, please share. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.